Hi friends, it's Kat here. After watching through the Wholesome Direct and playing some of the demos, I realized that I had two games that had come out recently that were very similar, and I was like, hey, let me take a moment to actually kind of show you both of them so that you can get an idea of one that you might like. So the first one is a game called Trash Goblin. Trash Goblin came out in early access. I bought it in early access, enjoyed it, and then it had a 1.0 release in late May. So it's officially released. The other one was a game from the Wholesome Direct called Gemporium. I cannot remember the name of it. I want to keep saying Gemtopia, and I know that's not right. So my brain's like, what is it again? Who are you? What's going on? But yeah, so at Gemporium have very similar ideas, very not wildly different styles, but either way, it is kind of a thing that they're very similar. So I thought I would show you the core gameplay of both. Like obviously it's a little disingenuous to take hey, here's this fully developed and released game in the case of Trash Goblin versus, hey, this is a demo, which is the case with Gemporium. So I didn't feel like that was an accurate or fair comparison. So what I wanted to do is say okay, here's kind of the vibe of both and what you do every time, because they are both one of those okay, you've got a day to do the thing kind of sim games. So we'll start with Trash Goblin, and then we'll play through Gemporium. I personally, spoiler alert, enjoy both of them for different reasons. I would say that there are some specific cat reasons that I prefer Trash Goblin over Gemporium, but I'll get to those in the end so that you can kind of see them both. But they're very specific to me personally, and for another person, it might just not be a big deal, or might not even be a thing they care about. So without further ado, let's start with Trash Goblin. I'm a goblin. It's a game for me. I'm a Trash Goblin. Let's go. All right. So this is Trash Goblin. It's super straightforward. You're gonna see the loop really quickly. Let me check okay, cool. Yeah, so all you're gonna do, you're gonna take the baggie, you're gonna put it on the mat, drop it on the mat. You're gonna take your chisel. Now, I have the level 3 chisel. That's how far along I am in the game. Click on this. And you're just gonna tap away, tip-a-taps. And then you can use the keyboard, which I prefer, or the mouse. And turn it. And you can see there are some types of rocks I don't like to be hit. These ones, you need to hit them right in the bussy, apparently. Alrighty. Ah! I saw it there for a second. Oh. Almost. Alright, so we got the witch doll's arm. Then what you're going to want to do is grab the sponge, and then you'll go and clean it up really quickly. You're just going and... So I have it so that it's auto-clicking for me. So you can turn that on, and that's a settings thing, not a level of tools type of thing. And so because of my own health issues, I do that, and it helps me quite a bit. Alrighty. So I just heard that someone came in. Let me put the body down. Now, I have these 2 clean limbs and a body. So we're gonna use this, which is the upcycler. We're gonna grab that, click on the body. We're gonna grab the witch doll hat, because that goes there. Although, that's a leg. I think I might have. All right, I need to Oh, not that. Okay, perfect. I need to, there it is, rotate the thing. All right, so this is the front, it looks like. So this would go, there? All right, and then, alrighty. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay. So, this needs me to finish, we're gonna finish that for the time being. We're gonna grab the completed doll. We're gonna grab this just to keep the mat clean. So the tool here only allows me to use a certain number of spots. And so I'll have to upgrade that. But let's head over and we'll talk to this person. What do you need? I need a menacing mask horn in any condition. You can either like hope to find it in your bags, or in this case, I'm gonna say not today. I don't have one, and they're rare enough that it's gonna be difficult to find one. I think I found like one, maybe two. The whole time I've been playing, and I've been playing for 47 days, you know. So that one just upgraded me to 4 sockets, so I can put the other arm on, but it needs to be 6 total because I'm gonna have to add the legs. All right, so we're gonna upgrade again. Okay, and that will at least let me get all but the last leg. Okay, so I still need 1,000 gold. Got it. Alrighty. But yeah, that is the super basic part of the game, is just go through and we'll do it again. I was like, I want to show what a full day would look like. Yeah, this is it. You just kind of clean and see if people stop by and sell your stuff to them. And obviously, there's a couple more. Oh, I got another witch doll body. Okay. A couple other things that you can do, like there, you can take your stuff to a market. Hello. Nice to see you again. So these named characters, as opposed to the other one that was like a human adventurer or human traveler or whatever, they, you can call them back. That's what these up here are. Okay, so it spoiled me. Now I know he wants dentures. Okay. Thank you. I made him like a whole weird fist contraption. Okay, a full set of dentures. It's not like soldiers always have all their teeth clean. Doesn't matter. Alright, let me check and see if I have any. I don't think I do. I don't. So what I'm gonna do, oh, excuse me, is I'm gonna go back to him and I'm gonna say, I'll let you know when I have one. And then I dismiss the customer. Now that will come into here. And now I'm waiting for his dentures. So those, when I have them, I will press this little envelope button and he will come back to my shop and pick them up. Now, doing tasks like this take time from your schedule. Talking to a customer doesn't. So you will always have that available to you. So sometimes if you're like, I want to wait until the end of the day to talk to the customer, you can leave them at the window. They don't care. All right. Okay, great. So, locket, brooch, necklace. I actually need that for another project. So so this is a tub. You pay 5 gold and it will clean the item for you automatically overnight. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This little like goblin-y red panda looking creature. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be a corgi, but either way, it's funny. Sadly, I do not have something for you, human stranger. This was the customer, especially at the end of the day. So I got nothing for you. Not a dang thing. Sorry. So Sorry, I'm making the video in the morning, so my brain hasn't quite stopped yawning yet. Goes. Yeah, and so if you loosen a brick from the edge and it has nothing else attaching to it, that's what's causing that kind of like chain reaction. And those ones that get labels on them, basically, those are where the actual item is. So you don't have to destroy those. So yeah, you see right there. Okay, so we're apparently making 2 witch dolls. But that was the amount of time we had during the day. So if we wanted to, well, we can't right now because I don't have enough gold because I spent all my gold on the thing. We could buy a cup of coffee. Actually, I could right now. I forgot. For some reason, I thought that was 50 gold. I could buy a cup of coffee and give myself one more timer button so I could clean something or attach something. But for now, we're just going to go to bed. And also, this calendar here will tell you, like, there'll be a little caravan here. If it's a day you can go to the market, things like that. So this is all here, but at the end of the day, we click on the thing. It tells us how much this is what we found in the bags, and this is how much we sold for the day. So a good day. So yeah, that's just the basic day, and it goes over and over again. You might have some story stuff pop up. You might have things like that happen. Okay, see, there's the caravan. That shows you that it's a market day, and then I could go to like one of the other areas and people would just come up to my window and just buy all of my stuff. So pretty straightforward, pretty cool. So yeah, that is the basic gameplay loop of Trash Goblin. So now that you've seen that, let's move over to Gemporium. All right, so now we have Gemporium. As it says very clearly, it's a demo. I'm noticing one of the weird demo things, the aspect ratio is going to be a little odd and you're missing some of the top and bottom. Not a ton, but it might look a little oddly cut off and I might have to move it. So, this has just, again, that core gameplay loop. So that's what we're going to go through right now. We're just going to do that really quickly. I'm going to show you where I'm at after about 90 minutes of playing yesterday. I have some of the upgraded tools, not all of them. And this should be funny because I feel like I had some really consistent things that happen with my gameplay, and I don't know if it's me or some like weirdness in the game, but it was very specific. So let's get started. Day 6. So this is you, your little mole. It is midway through the day, I think. Let's see. Okay, I don't have that. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, apparently I have time. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I hadn't even mined yet. Okay, I know where I'm at. I kind of dropped it midway. So this is one of the upgrades here. It's hard to see, but it says gems in veins, and then it tells me how many gems are in the actual vein right now. One of the upgrades gives you the potential for 2 in each. Okay, there it is. Okay. And then I could switch to this other tool that's a little bit... Because if you hit it too many times, which is what I was just talking about, and I love to just like smack it, it will crack. And I'm actually gonna, there we go. Okay, so now there it is, and I can click it, and it goes into my bag. E. And so I have my like pretty little, oh, okay, there it is. So I've only got 1 here. And now let's switch over to the more fine tool. So yeah, it's just a lot of mining that one. Oh, and also I have this on cozy mode, which means that there's no timer. Oh, see, that's what I gotta be careful for. Okay, now let's switch. Don't you dare. There it goes. Like, I've done so well this time. All right, so in the second level, there is something that's a little bit different, which is that you now have these support beams, and if you hit with the hammer too many times near the support beams, they will start to come down on you. I have not done it so that it fully, you know, like falls, but all right, we're gonna see if we can clear up a bit more space here, and now get in there with the more detailed tool. Cool. And this one just had the 1 emerald, and then how many? Okay, I've got plenty of room. Oh, my shop is now open apparently. Oh, I could close it again through that. Okay, and then we're gonna clean the tool again. And we'll go upstairs. Honestly, we're just showing off the, yeah. So you come up upstairs, put your gem into there, head over to the refinement desk. Now you drag the gem from here into the little circle. Now, you're gonna play the little tappy tap game. Tappy taps. All right, and then we're just gonna go whoop. That makes me think of the seagulls in Finding Nemo. I've been trying to figure out what that sound reminds me of, and then it was just like I heard in my head like mine. Yeah, so that's that sound apparently reminds me of. All right, I'm actually getting a good distribution of sounds. Ooh, didn't like that for good reason. And yeah, I think you can crack it if you hit it wrong here as well, but I can't unhear it now. Or like, you know, there's like the bit where people had a whole bunch of those like squeaky chickens. And when you lay down on them, like it's definitely a bird sound. It's in my head, apparently. And now you're like, oh, I can't unhear it. Thanks for that, cat. You're welcome. Okay. Well, there we go. And then last one. And the only reason why I'm doing all of these, I hate that sound. Oh, it drives me crazy. That's a very impactful sound. Like the one where it's like, oh, I've broken the gem, or that one. I'm just like, you know my spine. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah. So the reason I'm going through all this is like the way that you sell gems is very like you're either doing it or you're not doing it. It's very binary, as far as I can tell, at least in the demo. So yeah. Let me just triple check something. Okay, good. It does automatically put it into your bag once it's done, if you leave it there. So then we go to sell the gems part. So you have a gem that they like and a gem they definitely don't want. If you give them the gem they like, you will get 2 times its value. If you give them one they don't like, it's half the value. So super simple, super straightforward. Apparently I'm a level 2 shop now, which is great. I don't remember how becoming a level 2 shop. And now the owl is a big fan. He says, my favorite. Fantastic. I'm happy for you, dude. Okay. Now, the other good thing is you can see what people are going to request here. And so we're gonna have somebody else request an amethyst, so I don't want to give him that because I can't give him the citrine. I only have one. So I can give him the amethyst. I don't want to give him the amethyst because I don't only have half. And there is going to be somebody who asked me for an amethyst at some point. And so what I think I'm going to do is looking here. There's nobody's going to who's asked for a ruby, or rather a sapphire, and there's no one who's going to ask for a emerald. So I'm going to just get my bag and choom. Let's see. Guess what, worm? You're getting that, buddy. Onyx emerald. Ugh. Okay, I don't like that. So I wish, and maybe this is something that they're going to add later, is you being able to dismiss someone. Because what I don't want to do is give her either of these because they're actually going to be of value to someone else. So I'm going to take my chances because it's not a big deal. I'm going to sell her the amethyst. It's whatever. But oh, okay. So you're not going to want that. And I can't get rid of it. So, okay. Fine. Take it. Close up. Yeah, and then you go over to the couch, end your day, gives you the money made, you go to bed, and you start all over again. So that is literally the loop for Gemporium. All right. So yeah, that was Gemporium. So, as you can kind of see, two pretty similar gameplay loops. You know, you got a thing, you get the thing out of the stuff, you clean the thing, you sell the thing. Pretty straightforward. Trash Goblin does have the extra step where you have pieces, and that might come out in Gemporium rather. But yeah, that seems to be, it's a pretty basic loop. It's existed in games before. It's not anything groundbreaking, but I do think both of them are fun and interesting. So I think that if this is your vibe, they're both worth a look. Something that I realized after I'd finished recording for Gemporium is that whoever is drawing this is clearly a stationery fan. So if you're a stationery person, perk up your ears, go back and look when you are selling at the end. Because I was so hyper focused on like getting the top cash for my gems, cash for gold over here. So there's definitely like a traveler's notebook and a very basic fountain pen sitting there. And when I say basic, I mean like specifically it is one of the like baby's first, the common like first timer fountain pens, either like the Kawako or something, or the I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll list it here and I'll put a picture up and all that so she can kind of see. And that just tickled me because as a like fellow stationery person, I was like, oh, you kind of like, that's such a niche thing that it's very clear to me that the person who is drawing it is familiar with those things, and that just tickled me. So, and I think that's kind of the thing is like Gemporium right now is very clearly like you're getting just the absolute basics of the game, but it has a lot of charm to it, and I think that's kind of what won me over more than anything. Though I will say, something I mentioned in the beginning was that there was like, for me personally, like I prefer Trash Goblin slightly more, and the only reason why is it's very personal to me. Like I made that clear in the beginning, and I'll elaborate a little bit further here, which is like, and then when I went back to the Steam page to check the two of them out as I went to sit down, I was like, oh, okay. So Trash Goblin right now is actually part of an accessibility summer showcase. And so they've got the idea of accessibility kind of like baked into part of their game. And that was something that I noticed. So for me, my chronic pain can be pretty severe in my hands and wrists. So I have like a special mouse and all that kind of stuff to help support that, but not clicking consistently is a big part of what makes that better for me. And so having the ability to turn on a clicker for me is kind of an accessibility feature for someone like me that I really appreciated. The other thing is, and this to be clear, is a cat problem and not a problem with the actual game. I get really anxious with that kind of like breakage mechanic Like, I need to be clear, this is very clearly a me problem. Like, I'm in therapy. I have like, I get stressed. Like, part of what is relaxing for me personally in a game is that it's like, oh, you can't screw up. You know, like, there's no real like downside to just messing up, so that I don't have to focus on something like, say, for example, in Gemporium, it's like, oh, you have to hit the stone, or you can't hit the stone so many times and then it'll crack and it'll be worth less money and yada yada. Like, my brain will get really hung up on, oh, like, you can't do this much, or it'll do this thing. Like, I have a very like weird ROI when it comes to doing like a small amount of something creates a failure case. And like I said, it's very goofy, very like, I was clearly a gifted student and now have no way to deal with failure kind of problem. Like I said, I'm in therapy, okay? I know why I do this stuff. But it is kind of like one small drawback rather, for me personally. And that being said, I still liked it. I still played like 90 minutes of it. It wasn't that much of a thing. And I think I could definitely see myself being like, oh no, I'm good at this now. Like, I'm fine and I understand like how it works and all those types of things. But especially because otherwise it's so charming, I could definitely see myself being totally fine getting over that at some point and being like, yep, sometimes I'm just gonna wreck a rock, you know, like, it's fine, it's not that big a deal. Like, that kind of has to be, I very quickly vacillate between the two, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed because I don't want to break this thing. Oh wait, I don't even care. So who knows? Either way, the point being is that I think both of them are worth your time if this is the type of game that you like to play. Trash Goblin is not on sale currently. It's full price on Steam for $20 US or $19.99. And the demo for Gemporium is out and free right now. So if $20 is more than you want to spend on a game like Trash Goblin, I'd say at least put it on your wish list if it's something that interests you, because Steam sales are so frequent. And that might just be the vibe for you on a chill day. You know, if you just want to clean and put stuff together, and there is a little story to it and they have all that other stuff going on. So that's there and can be fun for you. So I'd say, like, I wasn't looking for this to be a review or a compare and contrast. It was really more informational to show you two games that I realized were super similar to one another. And I wanted to share with anyone who might also be interested in that style of game. So I'm going to put links to the games down below in the description. And yeah, if you've watched this to the end, first and foremost, thank you. I appreciate it. Secondly, tell me two things. If these are games for you, like which one you liked more and why, because I'm just kind of curious. And then two, let me know if you like this type of video, because I do have a tendency to buy games that are pretty similar. Like, I have another two games I could do another video like this about. And so if that's something that interests people, of being like, hey, like, here's how these two games that look similar on the outside are actually different, I'm more than happy to keep doing them. I just want to know if that's actually useful to anyone, or if people are like, I'm just going to buy the one that I like more, which is a totally viable way to, I do that all the time. I'm like, I like the art style of this one, I don't like the art style of that one. Or, you know, I like the music for this one, or whatever it is. That might be the thing that gets it for me. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this, because I can absolutely do that. All right, with that being said, thanks for watching again, and I will see you next time. Bye.